Hello and welcome to the Daily Brown Bag. Today we're going to be talking about on-site SEO. I'm Chad Hill and I'm joined by Adam Stetzer.
Yeah, good morning, Chad. Welcome to the Brown Bag. On-site SEO is a popular topic. Of course, it's where SEO started way back in the early days, where you really could just do on-site and good things would happen. And then there was a tremendous shift to off-site SEO, or what people call link building. And for many years, that was very, very popular and even more dominant than some of the on-site tactics. And this is a frequent discussion, Chad, in our SEO reseller community. I know a lot of folks coming through shopping for a white label SEO program or partner are very interested in what do you do on-site, what do you do off-site. And I think this issue has become front and center. I know it has with the Penguin releases over the last few years, where some of the abuses and manipulation in link building, in particular over anchoring and anchor text, which is how a lot of people used to signal good off-site SEO, has been discouraged and even penalized by Google. Long way to say, on-site SEO has become very, very important again, as people really can't do link building the way they used to and really need to earn placements and really have less control over their anchor text. On-site SEO becomes something that all of our SEO resellers really need to tune into and use as a signal for Google to really, tell them what keywords you should be categorized at. I think that leads us into our brown bag today, Chad. What are some tips and tricks we can share with the white label SEO community here?
Right, and as you said, on-site is a complete discipline that people can spend, endless hours on optimizing every little nook and cranny of a website. But why I wanted today just to talk about high level, really when you're first looking and doing an assessment to try to understand just where is a website in terms of its on-site optimization, how good is it? So I always start with, you have to first understand keywords, and of course, Adam, as you said, there's even debate about whether people should even have target keywords, but for most people it's still important to understand what people are looking for and what you want your content to be about. So for the purposes of your basic on-site review, you need to start with, what is this website trying to talk about? What keywords are important for the people who would be using the website? So start there. And the next thing is you really want to evaluate the content. Very high level before you get into the nitty-gritty of title tags and descriptions. Does the current website have the content that it needs in order to answer the questions of those keyword searches that people are going to be using? So what I like to do is actually go through the website and take those keywords and do a little trick in Google. If you do site : and then the website you're looking at, and then space, and then you put in title : and then in quotes put the keyword. What I want to do is see, is there a page on this website today that has the target keyword in the title of the page? So it's a quick little trick, and it allows you to very quickly see, like, of the keywords you're trying to target, do I currently have good pages that already match those pages, or do I need to dig deeper to see if maybe one exists but it's not yet optimized? So start there. The next thing you want to do is really then take that analysis and figure out what content's missing. What is the gap between the keywords you're looking for and the keywords that exist, or the content that exists on the website, and fill that gap. Again, this could be taking current content and looking at it and finding places where it's not as descriptive as it could be and making it more descriptive by adding in those keywords that describe it better, or in some cases it may be completely rewriting content. And a lot of times what we'll see is that there'll be a services page that has a bolded list of a bunch of services, and the reality is that that's usually not enough. So it's very important sometimes to go through and create individual pages for each one of those services. And a lot of times all you really need to do to take a website that's not very well optimized and get it to something that is much better optimized. And then once you're past that initial analysis, you get into some of the details. What is the page title? We like to see the keyword in the title. You want to also look at the meta description. Again, ideally you get the keyword in there, but also use the meta description as a way to maybe invite someone in to read more. You want to make it interesting and compelling, almost like writing an ad copy. And then within the page itself, do you have the type of visual cues that are going to engage somebody that also help the search engines? Things like H1 tags. Are there nice section headers? Are there images on that page? And do the images, are they relevant? And in some cases, are there alt tags on those images that support the primary keywords? So again, a lot of this is very much common sense. There's not a whole lot of science, but again, if you follow these pretty simple recipes we've described, I think you can move your on-site SEO a lot. One final point here, there are a few technical nits that we always like to look at with on-site SEO. One is site load time, and Adam, as you said, this has become increasingly important as a factor for two reasons. One, search engines know that and Google knows that the slower a site is, the less fulfilling it is for the person, the audience. And so therefore, not only because your audience wants to have a site load fast, the search engines actually also want to promote websites that are fast. So make sure your site speed. We always use a site called webpagetest.org. Gives you a very good test. And then my final suggestion is use a service either like Open Site Explorer, that's a product of Moz, or log into your Webmaster Tools if you haven't claimed that, and look for 404 errors, because I've seen this a lot where someone will have switched from an old site to a new site. They forgot to point the old pages, or 301 redirect the old website pages that had good content and had attracted links in the past. They forget to redirect those to the new page. It's often a very simple change that can have some fairly dramatic results on your ranking. So those are our tips for today.
Excellent. Yeah, those are very helpful. And again, I know SEO has changed dramatically in the last few years. I'm in the 4 p.m. Q&A session with our white label SEO community members, and they're often saying, oh, I want more keyword-rich anchor text. I want to use offsite signals to signal to Google that I rank on this. And of course, every day we're discouraging people from trying to manipulate those. If you read the Google guidelines, the Webmaster Tool guidelines, and know the recent algorithm updates from Penguin, the last few years, those things are just out of bounds these days, which puts a greater emphasis on all those things that Chad just covered for on-site SEO to really signal to Google the right keywords, where you should be categorized, and then you need to earn your popularity through great PR placements without leveraging that anchor text like people used to several years ago, and it's just the way things are today. So on-site SEO, very important. All of our SEO resellers need to know this, need to understand this as they sell the product, as they consult with the client, as they do the initial tweaks to the website, make sure it's positioned correctly. Well, we sure appreciate you joining our brown bag today. It's great to see you, and we hope you'll hit subscribe so we can visit again soon.